Om Shanti, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 5, the Yoga of the Renunciation of Actions, and we have read the reminders to our practice, how to practice equanimity. This we saw in the previous couple of teachings, and now again Lord Krishna takes us to, okay, why you are doing it, to the siddhi. So all the time, sadhana siddhi, the practice and the goal of the practice, the attainment, to keep us inspired and to let us know, yes, this is possible, so you can practice and reach. Verse 24. He who is happy from within, who rejoices within, and who is illuminated within, that yogi attains absolute freedom or moksha, himself becoming Brahman. 25. The sages, rishis, obtain absolute freedom or moksha, they whose sins have been destroyed, whose dualities, perception of dualities or experience of the pairs of opposites are torn asunder, who are self-controlled and intent on the welfare of all beings. 26. Absolute freedom or Brahmic bliss exists on all sides for those self-controlled ascetics who are free from desire and anger, who have controlled their thoughts, and who have realized the self. So this is a very, very beautiful summary of what we have heard. We have heard before in verse 23, who is able, while still here, to withstand the impulse born of desire and anger. And we see the siddhi in verse 26. Who have controlled their thoughts, who are free from desire and anger. So when we are fully established in this condition, what will come? Absolute freedom or Brahmic bliss. This is the siddhi. You will not need to practice it anymore. You will be free from the pairs of opposites, and instead of them, there will be this experience of everlasting freedom or bliss. In 25, we heard about freedom or moksha, there whose sins have been destroyed. No more karmas, no more actions, no more agency, no more doership, whose dualities are torn asunder, meaning that they are fully established in this equanimity that we had to endure. Remember verse 22. The enjoyments that are born of contacts are generators of pain. So once you practice this equanimity, or as we saw in the chapter 2, the endurance where things that are less pleasant come, then 25, here is the siddhi, the sages. This person will become a sage, and their condition will be one of absolute freedom or moksha, self-realization. No more karmas, no more birth and death. So 25 closes for us this circle. And 24 tells us he who is happy from within, rejoices from within, and illuminated within, meaning not going outside to look for the pleasures coming from sense objects. This person realized that there is nothing to look for outside, it's all within. And when you take those three verses together, you see the siddhi, the attainment of equanimity that is no longer a practice, of equal vision that is no longer a practice, and its fruit, moksha, liberation, bliss, freedom. It's all synonyms. It's one and the same condition of being established in the Supreme Self. And although it might look to us as a repetition, it's very, very important, because Lord Krishna wants to keep our line of thoughts. Arjuna was asking, Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga? Lord Krishna was telling him, Karma Yoga, but we heard from the commentary, Karma Yoga for you, because of the condition of ignorance. But then he was telling him they are not really different, and showing him how Karma Yoga leads to knowledge, reminding him again that he still needs to practice, and wrapping it up, bringing it to a beautiful closure before we move to the next topic of what are the attainments. And this for us is the meditation. This for us is the motivation. This for us is the thing that will bring us the desire, the motivation, the faith, the devotion to do the practice. Of course, always, always, we need to keep in mind a teacher is needed. Without a teacher, we will not know how to go the way. We will not know how to do the practices. But once we have a teacher, and this teacher puts us on the path of Karma Yoga and tells us, you cannot renounce the world yet, although maybe some desire is there for you to know more, and maybe you are suffering and you want to run away from this suffering as much as possible, as fast as possible. Just put it completely away. It will not help. So start with Karma Yoga. Work on your equanimity. Add to the Karma Yoga knowledge that will come from a purified mind that's able to meditate and to practice samadhi. Then you will realize, then you will really, really be home free. And this is this topic. And right before we conclude this chapter, Lord Krishna gives us one more teaching, and we will see it in the next videos. So please join us. Om Shanti.